Hello, everyone. Many times you are thinking like, I want you to do something for me right now. Just for a moment. Stop thinking about the world around you. Stop thinking about social media. Stop thinking about successful people. Stop thinking about who is ahead of you. Stop thinking about who earns more than you, who looks better than you, who achieved something before you. And ask yourself one simple question. Am I becoming better than the person I used to be? Because at the end of the day, that is the only competition that truly matters. The biggest misunderstanding people have about life is this. They think life is a race against others, but it is not. Life is not you versus your neighbors, you versus your classmates, you versus your colleagues, or you versus strangers on Instagram. Life is you versus you, the old you, the fearful you, the lazy you, the insecure you, the version of you that keeps doubting yourself. That is your real battle. And when you understand this, your whole life changes. You know what destroys more dreams than failure? Comparison. Comparison is dangerous because it silently steals your happiness. Somebody buys a new car, and suddenly your car feels small. Somebody gets married, and suddenly you feel late. Somebody gets promoted, and suddenly you feel unsuccessful. Somebody posts vacation pictures, and suddenly your life feels boring. Isn't that true? And the worst part is, social media has made comparison a daily habit. Every day people wake up, open their phones, and immediately start feeling less than, less successful, less attractive, less important, less accomplished. But listen carefully. You are comparing your real life to somebody else's highlight reel. You are comparing your struggles, your private pain, your unfinished journey to somebody's best edited moments. That is unfair to yourself. You don't know what they sacrificed, what they suffered, what they lost, what they are hiding behind the smile. Many people look successful outside, but are broken inside. Never forget that. One of the biggest reasons people lose confidence is because they think life has one timeline. Society tells you, succeed by this age, marry by this age, buy a house by this age, become rich by this age. And if you don't, you start feeling like a failure. But who created these timelines? Life is not a school exam where everyone gets the same question paper. Everybody has a different story. Some people succeed at 20, some at 40, some at 60. Some people find purpose early. Some discover it after pain. And that is okay. Look at Colonel Sanders. Most people know him as the face of KFC. But do you know his story? He faced rejection over and over again. He failed in businesses. He struggled financially. People rejected his chicken recipe more than 1,000 times. Imagine that. 1,000 rejections. Most people quit after 5. Some quit after 10. But he kept going. And success came to him in his 60s. Now imagine if he had spent his life comparing himself to younger, successful people. He would have quit. The world would never know his story. Your timing is your timing. Never disrespect your journey because it looks different from somebody else's. Design your own life. Most people spend their lives copying others. Copying careers, copying lifestyles, copying dreams, copying personalities. But let me ask you something powerful. Have you ever sat alone and truly asked yourself, what kind of human being do I want to become? Not what society wants, not what your relatives want, not what social media wants. What do you want? Do you want to become disciplined, calm, financially free, healthy, wise, emotionally strong, spiritually peaceful? Because real success starts when you build yourself intentionally. The strongest people in the world are not always the richest people. Sometimes the strongest person is the one who controls anger, stays disciplined, keeps going during hard times, stays kind after being hurt, believes in themselves when nobody else does. That is real power. Build values, not just achievements. This generation is obsessed with achievements. Money, followers, attention, status. But very few people are building character. And character matters more than success, because success without character becomes dangerous. If money comes before values, people become arrogant. If fame comes before maturity, people become lost. If success comes before discipline, people self-destruct. So instead of asking, how can I become famous? Ask, how can I become valuable? Build values like honesty, discipline, consistency, courage, patience, self-respect. These qualities will carry you through every season of life. Many people want instant success, instant money, instant transformation, instant confidence. But life does not work like that. Greatness is built quietly, One small step at a time, one better decision at a time, one disciplined day at a time. If you improve just 1% every day, your entire life changes. Think about it. Read 10 pages daily. Walk daily. Learn daily. Save money consistently. Wake up earlier. Practice gratitude. Reduce negativity. Small habits seem small until years pass. Then suddenly people call you successful. What they don't see is the years of invisible effort. Kobe Bryant once said that he used to practice at 4 a.m. Why? Was he crazy? No, he understood something most people don't understand. Discipline creates separation. While others slept, he trained. While others complained, he improved. While others compared, he focused on becoming better. That is why legends are different. Not because they are superhuman, but because they stay committed longer than most people. Stop seeking approval. One of the saddest things in life is seeing people live for approval. People wear things to impress others, buy things to impress others, choose careers to impress others, pretend to be happy to impress others, and slowly, they lose themselves. Listen carefully. If you spend your life trying to make everybody happy, you will eventually become unhappy yourself. You cannot build a meaningful life based on other people's expectations. Some people will criticize you no matter what you do. If you dream big, they criticize you. If you stay small, they criticize you. If you succeed, they criticize you. If you fail, they criticize you. So stop living for applause. Live for purpose. Failure is not the end. Now let's talk about something everybody fears. Failure. Some of you here today are afraid to start because you are scared to fail. But failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher. Every successful person failed. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating the light bulb. Imagine if he quit after the first failure. Imagine if he said, "Maybe I'm not talented enough." The world would remain dark. Failure teaches patience, resilience, strength, wisdom, adaptability. Sometimes your biggest growth comes from your hardest moments. Discipline is more important than motivation. People always ask, how do I stay motivated? The truth is, you won't always feel motivated. Some days you'll feel tired. Some days you'll feel discouraged. Some days you'll doubt yourself. That's normal. Successful people are not successful because they always feel inspired. They are successful because they keep going even when they don't feel like it. That is discipline. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't become legendary only because of talent. Thousands of people have talent, but discipline, consistency, relentless work ethic, that is rare. Protect your mind. Your environment shapes your future. The people around you matter. The content you consume matters. Your thoughts matter. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, your energy changes. If you constantly consume gossip, drama, and distractions, your mind weakens. Protect your peace. Protect your focus. Protect your vision. Not everybody deserves access to your energy. Create a future version of yourself. I want you to imagine something. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Imagine a healthier body, a peaceful mind, financial stability, confidence, emotional strength, discipline, happiness. Now ask yourself, what kind of habits would create that version of me? Because your future is not created overnight. It is created by your daily decisions. At the end of every day, there are 2 versions of you. One version says, stay comfortable. The other says, grow. One says, make excuses. The other says, take responsibility. One version wants easy pleasure. The other wants meaningful progress. And every single day, you decide which version becomes stronger. So stop comparing yourself with the world. Stop chasing other people's lives. Stop doubting your journey. You were not born to copy someone else's destiny. You were born to build your own. Become stronger. Become wiser. Become kinder. Become disciplined. Become unstoppable. And every day, ask yourself only one question. Am I better than I was yesterday? Because in the end, life was never you versus them. It was always you versus you. Good luck!